today we're going to be replacing the left front wheel bearing on a 2000 Grand Am. A lot of these procedures will carry over to other vehicles. As you can tell, I've already got the car jacked up. I got my jack stand in place. Remember, safety third. If you got any questions on how to remove the wheel, go ahead and watch my other video. BFH is a good friend to have in such scenarios. Got my new wheel bearing here. What I like to do is go on Rock Auto and find the cheapest possible one that you can purchase. The first one showed up with this wire busted, the connector. I'm glad I checked that out because that would have been real torqued off if I'd have got to this point and had it all apart and went to put it in and the connector was hosed up on me. But the good folks down there at Rock Auto, they sent me a new replacement free of charge. So here we go. Like I said, got the wheel off. I found my socket for that. It's a 35 millimetric. The reason I know that is because a 34 won't fit and a 36 is too big. So we got 2 bolts to take off here on the caliper to get that out of the way. That looks like 13 millimeter. These are usually pretty tight, so go ahead and put your gloves on so that it saves a little bit of skin. Oh, and round them right off. That's what you're going to want to do. Son of a biscuit. Every time. Oh, man. How can we make our lives easier than just get the turner a little bit and get the air back in there? That way it'll be the impact's fault when it either twists off or rounds off. Get down there. Oh yeah. Hopefully I saved it in time. That is on there good. Oh, come on. You just hang out for a second. I got something to fix that. Duff, are you going to help? I was wondering if you were going to make a special appearance today. The old wheel bearing remover 1000. Probably going to want to not get too close to that caliper. You might take the seals out of that. Or any wiring. Ouch! So what I'm doing here is just kind of heating up that caliper mount so that hopefully that bolt just spins right out of there. A little bit of heat goes a long way. Got it. If you don't have a torch, just go ahead and borrow one from the neighbor. He's probably not using it anyway. And then just don't bring it back. Look at that bottom one was just finger tight. That's because I took it off earlier. Just like they do on the TV shows on Saturday morning. And then you're going to want to pry the caliper off. And then just leave it hang by the hose. Well, since we're doing it right for the YouTube world, let's go ahead and use some mechanics wire. Hold it up there. That mechanics wire, that's some handy stuff. You can use that for about anything. It's like baling twine for us wrenching folks. Just loop her around the coil spring up here, hold her up out of the way. That's the last thing I want to do is go ahead and have to put brake hoses on this thing. Looks like the rotor is going to slide right off. We'll get the big dog out here. Go ahead and hammer away on that axle nut. We can leave that nut in there. It's where it needs to be. So then we can unhook that. Wheel speed harness. Push the clip off of this metal tab that it's mounted to. I think we should be able to push that axle in far enough so we get access to the hardware. There we go. Those big hammers, they are handy. Those are big bars. Speaking of bars, that's why we're doing this, is because the bars are closed. Not because it's Sunday, but because of the national news that's taking place right now. Those hammers are handy too. Well, you get yourself a 10 millimeter, an 8 millimeter, a 13, a 15, an 18. You can just about take one of these new cars right down to nothing. Spinning the right way. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, kids. Oh. Where's our wobble extension? Probably laying at the other side of the shop where it went flying the last time I used it. That's the best part about these. They make them an impact. So you go ahead and you put them on there, and they're real good for shooting sockets all the way across the shop. We're going to put a little heat on that one too. This car is little squishy underneath. Where's that sprinkler at? Found it. I'm just going to heat up this wheel bearing right where the threads go into it. Doesn't take much. You don't have to get it glowing. Unless things are really seized. You should probably be wearing glasses for this to protect your eyes. Look at that. Just spun right out of there. Oh, come on. Let's turn that wheel a little bit so we can get that other side. There's only 3. New one's only got 3. But it wouldn't be the first time that I got the wrong parts. Either because of my fault or somebody else's. Push that axle back a little bit again. Sure, that's real good on those CV joints. The nice part about those air hammers is they make a little noise, but you don't smash your thumb as often. Yeah, sure enough, that one's gonna need a little assistance as well. And if you're cutting things, make sure you put the air hose right underneath it. That way it'll catch all those hot embers and make sure they don't damage your concrete floor. If you don't have a big oxyacetylene torch like this, one of those little bottle torches, they work all right. Doesn't take much heat, just a little bit. We're going to take the air hammer and just slug that right out of there. It's moving, but I don't want to go. Son of a biscuit. I guess we could put some heat on that upright, but it's aluminum. That's part of the reason it's sticking. I really don't want to pry in there or heat on that aluminum too much. Also, I should probably be wearing safety glasses using that impact or that air hammer. Well, let's do the heat then. Spinning around, it's not popping out. It has moved about a 1/16 of an inch. We got a ways to go yet. Try a little bit more heat. Follow me for more tips on how to light a torch. Oh, look at that. Just need a little bit more heat. There you have it. Reverse process to install it in there. You might want to take a little emery cloth, clean out in there. That might make the new one go in better. There's quite a bit of corrosion between this aluminum and steel, so that makes her tough. But if you're going to sell it, like I'm going to do with this $500 piece of crap, you don't really need to do that because this wheel bearing will probably outlive this car. All right, I think it's time for a ham sandwich because I'm sweating. I need a break, like I said, reverse procedure. Clean that up, put those 3 bolts in, torque them to your factory recommended specification, aka about 8 ugga-uggas with that guy. Same deal on the axle nut, only use the big dog here. Now make sure you put that cover back in place before you put her up there. You might have to spread the caliper a little bit. Just get in there with a bar, or if you got the right tool or a C-clamp, whatever you got, that might fight you a little bit. And always make sure you hit the brakes a couple times before you go driving her out the door, because that's how I got a nice big dent in my overhead door. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe, tell your friends. Stay safe, everybody. Have a good one.